So, wrapping up his Hawaii visit, next up for President Yoon is Washington, D.C., where the NATO summit has officially kicked off. As he takes part in the summit for the third consecutive year, there's a growing focus on South Korea's role in global security beyond the Korean Peninsula. Our Soo-young tells us more.
Crossing over from Hawaii to D.C., South Korea is connecting security interests across the Indo-Pacific region and transatlantic countries as a practical contributor to global security. That's according to an expert speaking to Arirang as President Yoon Seok Yeol heads to discussions with NATO countries in Washington, D.C. after wrapping up his visit to the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. President Yoon's stopover in Hawaii demonstrates Seoul's firm alliance with Washington and a pivotal moment in its commitment to freedom, peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. Seoul's assertive posture matters as European states look to work more closely with Indo-Pacific countries given their overlapping interests in countering coercive forces in international waters and the growing collaboration between Russia and North Korea. Seoul's presidential office says NATO and its 4 Indo-Pacific partners, including South Korea, Japan, Australia and New Zealand, will issue various statements criticizing the Moscow-Pyongyang axis.
The significance of South Korea's participation in NATO summit is that it is a reflection of how security issues in European theater and Indo-Pacific region are closely interlinked. Russia could continue sustain its war efforts in Ukraine because China is supporting Russia's economy. China is basically funding Russia's war efforts. So Europeans, they want to dissuade China from doing that. But now North Korea is providing ammunition to support Russia. So there is a closer link between security issues in the 2 theaters, and South Korea is in a critical position to manage the security efforts linking between the like-minded countries.
Since last year's NATO summit in Vilnius, South Korea and the 32-member bloc have been focusing on institutionalizing cooperation on battlefield information, military intelligence sharing and cybersecurity. Based on solidarity with like-minded countries, President Yoon's office said South Korea would seek to expand its realm of security cooperation to economic and technological partnerships.
South Korea's military industry has been advancing at the global level, so there is an opportunity that South Korea can provide support other countries' weapon system, their defense equipment capacity. So that's one thing, defense industry leading, supporting other countries' defense capacity.
While in D.C., Yoon will hold a marathon of bilateral summits with at least 10 countries, including Finland, Sweden, Norway, Germany and the UK, with conversations expected to cover defense industry cooperation, infrastructure, supply chains, nuclear energy and other significant security interests. Yunnan Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida are also expected to meet in their second summit of this year, deepening their growing partnership against regional security threats as part of their trilateral cooperation with the United States. Soo-young, Arirang News, Honolulu.